down the GA, looking down at both things, nerve-wracking for all the players. The build-up, they've come in the bus. I went down to see Ballygunner arriving. The pale faces, you know that feeling coming in here. But it's championship hurling at its very best here.
Well, Kieran, you want to be tested at the highest level, and these players won't get a sterner test than they will get today.
So a decent crowd here. I've met the great brother Dormer, of course, known from his time in Lismore CBS, the impact he made, and of course now with Doon CBS, and I believe he's living up now near the Artskull Reach, just down the road here in Caherdavin. Of course, we're here out the Ennis Road, Caherdavin. You can literally puck a ball down into the Na Piarsaigh ground. This is literally their home ground, but Ballygunner are really anxious and looking forward to play this big open pitch. Finally, Owen, how do you call it?
I give Ballygunner the slight nod, Kieran, but I think they'll have to be really hitting probably close to their top to get over the line.
Around the Veen here, Munster semi-final. It's Na Piarsaigh and Ballygunner live from the Gaelic grounds in Limerick. Talking is over. 60 minutes to decide who'll be in the Munster finalists. Ballyer are in the Munster final already. A 1-point victory over the Bars earlier, but now it's all about the black and red of Ballygunner and the sky blue of Na Piarsaigh. Out in the middle of the field, column lines. There's a tension here I haven't seen for a while. Sheahan Fitzpatrick makes his way off the pitch here, the one and only physio from the Ballygunner club. So referee Colm Lyons, the experienced man, refereed of course the All-Ireland final, and when these Waterford played Limerick in the 2020 final, experience to boot, ball in and game underway. Paddy Leavey just trying to poke it out there, a bit of scrambling to try and get the ball into their hand. I see Conor Boylan out there as well, and I think the ref will have to blow it up. Shane O'Sullivan bursts out with it, tries to flick that ball away, but really there's a melee of players out in the middle of the field, but the referee standing close to the action and just trying to get the ball in the hand. The man who picks it up, Tyg Foley, good play by Tyg, tried to get the ball away to Philip, loses the ball, back comes Paddy Leavey. Was it off the carpet? Yes, says the referee, right on the spot there. It was tempting. Paddy Leavey claiming that was hopping, but referee right on the spot. But a terrible opening to any game on.
Yeah, it was. I was just watching some of the positional changes. Peter Casey's gone to centre forward on Philip Mahony. Breen is inside full forward.
I think they're going with the Twin Towers inside.
The Twin Towers inside, Kieran, yeah. Dempsey, Dahi Dempsey's inside on Barry Coughlan. And at the other end of the field we have Jerome Boylan is picking up Patrick Fitzgerald. So
free outside the 65. Kevin Downs, the experienced Kevin, played of course with the Green of Limerick. He's been part and parcel of every title that they won. That's 7, and he gets the opening start. A good settler for any free taker. So Stephen O'Keefe with the puck out down or left. They're defending the Ennis Road, and Peter Hogan snaps it, tries to flick that ball through, blocked down but gets the rebound. Paddy Leavey comes in. This time he gets the bouncing ball into his hand. Leavey into the corner. A foul there as he hit that ball. Will it be where it landed, or will it be free from inside their own 65? Coming out to take it, Pauric Mahony. What a year he's having. 142 so far. Brilliant since he came on the scene. Burst on with De La Salle in that Hartley Cup win back in the late noughties, but he's some addition to any team. This is a tough opener, they're free. It is, but you know what, he nails this, Kieran, he'll probably nail everything after this. But he's such a brilliant striker of the ball. I mean, since I've seen him in the flesh, he's just been so consistent in frees. But he's back inside his own 65. So the free inside his own 65, 10 metres inside his own 65, hitting into the city, and it seems to be turning a bit left. The goalie's looking to his right, and it's gone left and wide. First wide of the afternoon, going to Ballygunner, but it was a tough opener. It was a tough opener, yeah. I always watched the free taker, and straight away he just didn't like it. It just tailed to the left. Evan Condon, one of the newcomers on the team, on the intermediate team 2 years ago. Now he's the number one custodian for Na Piarsaigh. Near the sideline here, down under, it's inside the Ballygunner half, out over the line. Shane O'Sullivan coming over to take it. Is he leaving it for Paddy Leavey, the experienced Shane, 35 years of age. He's seen it all, he's done it all, and he's leading from the front. Of course, the manager, his brother Dara, Paddy Leavey, the UCC man, the Moon Tour, tries to get that ball in a 1-2, but a Shamazel again inside the 65. Thank God the pitch is holding up well, because we've had some horrific rain, but a good sod down there. The players just in the melee trying to get that ball in their hand, picked up by Jerome Boylan. Feeds it out towards Mike Foley. Lovely ball into the corner there. Dempsey trying to get onto it, doesn't hold it, but tries to get it outside, in very close to the 45. Shane O'Sullivan very close to the Mackey stand side here. Peter Hogan back. Paddy Leavey bursts out with the ball. Was he charging? Play on, says the referee. Ballygunner there. Oh, a shot in there came from nowhere there. Peter Casey came there, and just as Pauric Mahony left that ball go, I'm sure the referee had to see that, Peter Casey just came right in and just straight into the back really of Pauric Mahony.
Yeah, Kevin Downs actually, he's bigger than Casey, Kieran. It was really worse. Downs 10 is it, and the ref spotted it, in fairness, but there's a lot of there's a load of bodies around the middle third. We've only got, I can only see Desi Hutchinson inside. He's on 65
line
now.
Ball gone, just 4 minutes. Na Piarsaigh 1 point. Ballygunner yet to score. A free for Ballygunner inside their own 45. That's an important one. That's an important turnover. They're under a bit of pressure. Now they have a chance to leave. 50 metres out stand side. Shane O'Sullivan coming out to take it. Taking his time with this, about 3 metres in from the Mackey stand, hitting into the city end. Sends a ball in, looking for the nephew. That's Patrick Fitzgerald. Patrick turns, scoops the ball away. Lovely ball to Pauric Mahony. Pauric scooped it, didn't get a good swing in there, did he? No, it's gone right and wide. Patrick Fitzgerald, the provider, but unfortunately his cousin Pauric couldn't finish it.
Yeah, he had to shorten. It was a great first touch from Patrick Fitzgerald, and lovely ball. And you'd fancy Pauric, but he pressure on from Na Piarsaigh, and he just tailed to the right and wide.
Cathal King, the experienced man, send it down. Again, they're looking for Dempsey inside. The big man has the ball. He's bursting forward, 30 metres out, tries to feed the ball back, gets it to Peter Casey, the all-star. Was he fouled? Yes, says the referee. Dempsey the provider. Casey gets the free, and a chance for Kevin Downs to stick it over there, but they're playing Dempsey inside, giving that quick ball in, and Casey was off the shoulder, fouled, and a free in. Yeah,
it was a short puck out to the right wing back Mike Foley, and it was a great ball into Dempsey, and that's the kind of ball that he's going to drive on, and he didn't catch it first time, but he was just able to bring it down in front of him, and he turned and came inside, and Ballygunner just fouled him.
So 1 point now score, a chance to make it 2 there. Downs, one of the tall members on this team, 31 years of age. He's the accountant. He's won 4 Munster. He's won 7 club county titles. He's been ever present and is keen as ever. Former Limerick panellist, of course, and John Kiley, I'm sure, is down under us, keeping an eye on proceedings here. As Downs should be bread and butter, and yes it is. Over the bar it goes. Number 2.
Sharp puck out here now to for Ballygunner.
Sharp puck out for Ballygunner. Ronan Power over on the far side, gets it out to Tyke Foley there. Ronan gets a great tackle there, and the Piarsaigh guys coming in a bit late there, Brian. That's our own. We've seen it once or twice there, and the referee Lyons is on top of it.
Yeah, he's dead right. He brought the ball forward, and it was just a late hit after the ball. Yeah.
So a bit of hold up and play there. Of course, the physios here, Sinead Fitzpatrick, part and parcel of a great backroom team that they have within the Gunners, and Sinead is a key member of that backroom team. So hold up and play there. Pauric going back to actually their own 65. It's actually Philip is going to take that. Philip takes it down into the corner, trying to get Desi into the play. Patrick Fitzgerald goes out, tries to stop it. Blocked inside there by the defenders. Out as far as Keith Dempsey. Keith Dempsey sends it long, looking inside for Willie Henn, the youngster. Takes the ball on the turn, turns, takes his shot, sends it over the bar. Lovely bit of hurling from Na Piarsaigh. Direct ball into the corner, and Willie Henn making his debut in the Munster Championship like as if he was there for years.
Oh, great score from Willie Henn. First time into the hand, he twisted and turned, shook off his marker and over the bar.
Ballygunner with a short puck out, 1-2, and now Stephen O'Keefe opens the shoulders, goes long, drop inside the 20. Who's first to react to it? The big man isn't first to react. Ronan Lynch. Ronan tries to scoop the ball out, snapped away by Mikey Casey. Mikey has the ball out as far as the middle of the field now. Na Piarsaigh, the light blues looking strong. They're going for a shot from the middle. Looks a good one. It's tailing right now. It's going to drop short. Stephen O'Keefe plucks it into the hand, getting out to us Conor Sheahan over on the far side, the midfielder. got the shot away despite a hard block down on his hurley into Patrick Fitzgerald, the teenager, under a bit of pressure there from Big Will O'Donoghue, makes room for himself, has a look, takes his shot and sends it over the bar. The opener there took the teenager to do it. He had the confidence, turned his marker over the bar. Great score, Patrick Fitzgerald.
Oh, great score from Patrick Fitzgerald. And Jerome Boylan, who's just back into the team, I think has been tasked with him, and it was a great score from
just lost his marker there. Quick puck out. Cathal King down under us here, stand side, playing from right to left in Na Piarsaigh. The tall men there showing as Sheahan O'Sullivan wins it. That's good play by Sheahan. Lovely ball across. Conor Sheahan in space, the midfielder, trying to get straight into centre forward Mahony. Mikey dribbles it in towards Kevin, the younger brother. Kevin turns his marker. Kevin is inside the 45. Was he fouled? Yes, says the referee. Column lines there. Lovely interplay. Mikey into Kevin. Kevin fouled. Free in for the Gunners. Oh,
it was lovely, yeah. The two Mannies, and Kevin was coming out, and he actually just let the ball run through, and the defender just stopped it, but it broke lovely for him. Broken defender had held him, so it was advantage. It was
very clever play though by Kevin, the younger of the Mahony brothers. What a vein of form he's on, and really he's a man I'm sure is on Davy Fitzgerald's radar.
Absolutely, just his decision making and what he can do and make things happen. He's been instrumental to Ballygunner in fairness.
So 3 points to 1, 9 minutes on the clock. Pauric Mahony inside the 45, should put it over, and that's exactly what he does. Sends it over the bar. The opener for Pauric. 3 points to 2, 9 minutes, and Darrell will be reasonably happy.
I think so. After going 3 points to no score down, Kieran, Ballygunner are back within a point, and the game is just settling in.
Ball is going long. Paddy Leavey goes high, knocks it down. Shane O'Sullivan tries to just flick it away. In comes Peter Casey. It's 65 metres out from the Ballygunner goal. Keith Dempsey there going backwards with the ball. In comes Desi Hutchinson. Mikey's in to help him. That's Mikey Mahony for Ballygunner. They're inside the 65 metre line, stand side here. That's the Na Piarsaigh 65, booting it away as Kevin Downs there under a bit of pressure, gets the ball back. Ronan Lynch steadies it up, gets it across to Mike Foley inside his own 65, ball inside to the full forward line. This could be dangerous. Will Henn, the young man, trying to get across to Dempsey. Did he hand pass that right? Play on, says the referee. Fouled again as he went through there. Was that hand pass questionable? Willie Henn said it was okay, so the referee. Column lines. Dempsey foul, free in just on the edge of the D.
Yeah, it was again a bit like around the middle third. There must have been 16, 18 players there trying to fight for it, and the Piarsaigh came out with it. It was a lovely win from Downs, who sent it across to his half back, and again they're just waiting for that run, and Henn is looking sharp inside on Ian Kenny. It was a lovely ball into his tummy. He took it straight in there with his hand, and a lovely pass to Dempsey, who was fouled because Dempsey had only one thing on his mind. So this should be a handy one for Downs to put them 4-2
Downs up. Just on the edge of the D. 6'2", 31-year-old, part of the team that won the All-Ireland, of course, in 2016. He's been ever present with the Cardavon club and makes no mistake. Sends it over the bar. Stretches the lead back to a 2-point lead. 4 points to 2, 10 minutes gone. You're listening to the George Corbett Score, the big match. It's Owen Murphy and Kieran O'Connor bringing you the action. It's Ballygunner and Na Piarsaigh. The Limerick champions lead by 2. They win that puck out very easy indeed. Peter Casey, the All-Star, on the run, made it look very easy. Back from the Crusade, back in his colours where he loved and started with Na Piarsaigh. That was all too easy for Casey.
It was too easy. Socky was trying to find Paddy Leavey in the middle of the field, and he was just gobbled up. Peter Casey was forced in, controlled, and slipped inside and over
Casey
the bar.
Casey read that one well. So the All-Star gets his name on the score sheet. Na Piarsaigh really up for today's game. Big physical side here, and Ballygunner just not getting into their stride yet. There's a long way to go. We've 11 and a half minutes gone. It's 5 points to 2. The Limerick champions league. Shane O'Sullivan works the ball back. That's Philip Mahony sending it long here, and Desi was going right, but the ball was going left, and across comes Mike Casey all alone. Mike gets the ball out. Ronan Lynch, the left half back, the experienced Ronan, part of the Limerick squad, of course, as there 8 of the players who were part of John Kiley's squad over the last number of years that have captured 4 All-Ireland titles. Cathal King has it now, gets the ball across. Jerome Boylan, the man with a lovely ball inside. This could be dangerous. Peter Casey offside the 20, takes the look, takes the shot, sends it over the bar. All too easy there. Boylan sent the long ball in. Casey was at the end of it, made it look so easy. 2nd point for Casey, 6 point for Na Piarsaigh. 6-2.
Yeah, it was a great ball in from Jerome Boylan actually, yes, into Adrian Breen, and a lovely pop pass to Peter Casey. and over the bar.
Stephen O'Keefe going long, but again struggling to win these 50-50 balls at the moment. Conor Sheahan comes in, good play by Conor, working the ball back. Pauric Mahony loses the ball poorly there to Conor Boylan, older brother of the two. Jerome comes out, gets the ball away. Dempsey has a look, and Dahi takes his shot, and Dahi sends it right and wide. First wide for Na Piarsaigh. We've played, what have we played? 13 minutes, 6-2. Na Piarsaigh looking very strong.
Yeah, it's the physicality for me, Kieran, that's around the middle that they seem to be winning those dirty balls around the middle and then send it inside, and their inside line looks dangerous.
So short ball between Tig Foley and Shane O'Sullivan. Tig lost it, but this well to recover. Good play by Tig. Ball back to Philip Mahony goes long, drops aside to James, on to Patrick Fitzgerald. Desi's loose, gets across to Desi turns, 60 shot right into that for the goals. Brilliant stuff there. Patrick Fitzgerald, maybe only a teenager, really composed, gave it across to Desi doesn't miss from there. Desi has brilliant best, 1-2 to 6 points. What a goal for the Gunners.
Oh, it was a great goal. It was probably a mistake from the Piarsaigh defence, because the centre back, I think maybe Emmett McEvoy, was trying to bat it down. He batted it inside, and of course who did fall to only Patrick Fitzgerald, who had Desi inside. Pop past Desi, cut inside on his left, and no chance keeper.
Back to a 1 point game. Goals win matches, and we've got one already. Kevin Downs goes for a one, standing on the sideline. Downs loved the way that one went, because so did the crowd. Over the bar it goes. Kevin Downs, brilliant score. What a reaction to the goal. 7 points to 1-2. It may be November, but it could be championship hurling in the middle of June.
Oh, what a great score. What a great answer from Downs. Straight from the puck out into his hand, up the wing and over the bar. We've a game on here now.
Short puck out. Tig gives it to Uncle Shane, standing here on the Mackey stand side. Bursts away from his marker, flicks the ball through. Pauric runs out and makes the run. Tries to give it through to Peter Hogan. The yellow helmeted Hogan steadies himself, half blocked down, but he manages to get it inside to Kevin. That's Kevin Mahony. Squirts the ball way across to the far side of the field. The unmarked Conor Sheahan, but he's very close to the sideline. A difficult angle. If this goes over, it'll be a great score. And it is a great score. Brilliant ball across the field. Conor Sheahan standing near the sideline, over the bar. What a ball by Sheahan.
What a well worked score, Kieran. From a short puck out to the full back line, out to Shane O'Sullivan in right half, down to Pauric Mahony, and to Peter, and it worked all the way across the field.
Hogan had great vision there.
Yeah,
saw Sheahan at the far side of the field, and he got it across to Sheahan. It's 1-3 to 7. Na Piarsaigh lead by 1. We've 15 minutes gone. This George Corbett scored a big match. This is the heavyweights, but who's going to have the knockout punch in Munster Club hurling? They've won 6 Munster titles between them. Na Piarsaigh 4, Ballygunner 2 in the last 10 years. But it's all about 2022, and there's nothing going easy. Shane O'Sullivan with that's brilliant play by the man who inspires excellence, but his clearance is into a sea of light blue jerseys, and away comes Lynch, the halfback, out to the midfield. Keith Dempsey gives it away to Jerome Boylan. He's played a lot of ball. The former Hartley Cup winner with Ard Scullery gets it across inside the 45, covering back Ian Kenny. He's been quiet so far, but he does well. Gets it to Barry Coughlan. Barry gets it back to Philip, the conductor. Gives the ball to Sheahan, but Sheahan did very well to win that ball back. Takes a very heavy knock there. Conor Sheahan, one of the smallest men on the field, and Will O'Donoghue may have an all-star, but he may also have a yellow card.
Yeah, he's just he's so big, Kieran. He's so big, and probably Conor is probably he's not small by any means, but when you put anyone up against William O'Donoghue, they look small.
6'2" of Cardavan beef.
Oh my God!
They're straight in. I could feel that one up here, and Will O'Donoghue. Quite enough so far, but Conor Sheahan has been everywhere. Got that brilliant point, but he's been the one man linking defence to attack.
Absolutely. And in that middle third here, at one stage I counted 20, 21, 22 bodies around the middle here, and the inside lines have only Desi at times maybe +1, and the Piarsaigh are trying to keep maybe 2 inside in their inside line.
With the free just aside his own 45, pulled it a bit left and wide, third wide for the Gunners. Score remains 1-3 to 7. Na Piarsaigh leading by 7. That goal coming by Desi Hutchinson in the 13th minute here of an action-packed opening quarter here in the Gaelic grounds in Limerick. Paddy Leavey bats down, Peter Hogan picks it up, good play by the Teva man, gets it inside to Pauric in space. Has he turned this one in left? He has. That's a beautiful strike, but Hogan, the creator, give it the best option, and who better option than Pauric Mahony We spoke about it earlier. That's poetry in
That's
motion.
class. Yeah, it was brilliantly. Paddy Leavey anticipated the puck out, batted it down to Peter Hogan inside the Pauric, who was outside after taking the free, and this time he split the post from outside the 65.
We're level for the first time, 17 minutes, and it could be close right up to the end here, as it was in the first game that we thought we were going to extra time. That's the first semi. Of course, Ballyea coming out on top against the Bars. Indeed, commiserations to Colleague and put up a great show against the great Ballygiblin. We'll follow the play. Pauric going for a second, and Pauric getting a second from play there. Within a few minutes, Pauric, man, he stood up when it was needed, backed himself, super score.
It's just a strike here, and I know a couple of frees have tailed on him a little bit, but from play out right in the middle of the field, on the run, and just split the posts, and a great. That's Ballygunner gone into the lead for the first time.
For the very first time, I was just going to say it. 18 minutes gone, Ballygunner go in lead for the first time. Peter Hogan wins it. Mackie stands side, works the ball inside to Kevin Mahony, the student, has a look, takes his shot, but it's gone right and wide there, going away from goal, right and wide number 4, work to go. He'll be disappointed, right and wide. Yeah,
again, very well done. And the Na Piarsaigh are struggling on their own puck outs a little bit, Kieran. They're trying a couple of longer ones here, but Ballygunner are really snuffing them out.
Puck out goes long, knocked down. Conor Sheahan wins that ball. He's everywhere this afternoon. The midfield dynamo. He's dead. Dave, of course, well known in Garda circles as part and parcel of the backroom team. Looks to have the stats under his control at the moment as the ball is in stalemate way over on the far side on the Ballygunner 45, but the ball breaks play on, says the referee. I thought we'd hear a whistle there. It's Big Will O'Donoghue who has it on the sideline, gives the ball across the space to Dempsey. Goal on here, takes his shot. Back into that by Dempsey there. All too easy. Will O'Donoghue sets it up, and Keith Dempsey gives Stephen O'Keefe no chance in the goal. All too easy. Dempsey couldn't believe the space he had, or Will O'Donoghue couldn't believe the space he had. Gave it through. Back of the net.
It was, in fairness, again a ruck formed, and Will O'Donoghue got it out, and he put a lovely pass inside to his midfield partner Dempsey, who gave Saki no chance in the Ballygunner goal.
So goal for the men from Caherdavan. It's 1-7-1-5. They go back in front, and we've played 19 minutes, and what a goal by Keith Dempsey, one of the younger players, of course, making his debut in Munster Championship. As Ballygunner tried to build from the back, Shane O'Sullivan dropping aside the 45. Pauric Mahony comes out to take it, standing on the far side, nobody on the far terrace. If this goes over, there'll be some score, and that's exactly where it's gone. Pauric is on fire. The man from Carton Controls has it all under control today.
That's off his other side, Kieran, out in the left wing. Another beautiful strike, and he's really is warming to the task now for Ballygunner.
1-7-1-6. Granny Lily will be delighted. She's here today, great to see her. What a proud mum and grandmum she is. And Ballygunner supporter, the great Lillian O'Sullivan. They win that puck out. Paddy Leavey drops inside the danger zone, covering across. Cathal Keane, the experienced Cathal. He's been around the block many time and won 7 counties and 4 Munsters. He's part of 4 or 5 players who've actually done that. Now they're on the attack. That's Na Piarsaigh dropping inside the D, running onto it is Big Boylan. Good interception there inside by Barry Coughlan. Coughlan at his very best. Well done, Barry Coughlan, from a Ballygunner point of view. Pauric Mahony sending it down to his cousin Patrick Fitzgerald. The fly was his dad, and the fly was a good one, but this guy is extra special, but it's gone left and wide. Commentators, of course, there did everything right. 5th wide for the Gunners, 1-7-1-6.
That was Barry Coughlan made a brilliant interception back here, because there was 2 Na Piarsaigh lads going for that. And he did really well, and it should have been a score from Patrick Fitzgerald. Pauric found him on the run. He cut inside his marker, and just he was trying to hit it off the hurley, and just snuck to the left and wide, unfortunately.
Don't know who wins the puck out. 6'2", back to Ronan Lynch. Sends it over to the far side. Mike Foley. Mike could go for his own score from there. He's well capable of getting it, and that's exactly what he has done. Mike Foley sends it over the bar. He got a point in the county final. Now he's got to win the Munster semi.
This is high calibre, Kieran, isn't it? This is really top class hurling.
Inter-county standard here. Maybe the month of November, but as a club game, you're seeing club hurling at its very, very best. Maybe in November we've been served a treat. Ballygunner go long, ball breaks down, and again picked up all too easy by Mike Foley. Sends a ball into space. Too much space there given to Henn. Henn, a lovely one too, with Dempsey on the run. Dempsey has a look. Dempsey takes his shot, and Dempsey sends it over the bar. Henn, the provider. The young man set it up for Dempsey, and Dempsey doesn't miss him there.
Yeah, the deep runners, Kieran, are catching Ballygunner a little bit again. Dempsey just got a pop pass. Again, it was well won by Henn, who looks very dangerous.
1-9-1-6, 3-point lead.
Yep.
Yeah. Back to Conor Sheahan from the puck out. Again, he gave it everything. He's going to drop short, or is it going to sneak in?
Oh my God,
that's fantastic by Conor Sheahan. That's a super score by the Moon Tour. Worked all along in Limerick. He's transferred back to Ballygunner National School. He'll be a hero if they can pull this one off. That's some score.
Saki just found him on his 65. He had 3 Na Piarsaigh lads coming to him. He caught it, turned and straight over the bar. What a score.
Showed bravery, showed class, and showed determination, and showed confidence. 1-9-1-7. Na Piarsaigh lead by 2. Barry Coughlan, was he fouled from behind? Definitely was. Normally it's Barry the refs are looking at, but Barry there foot tripped as he ran out for the ball. But Coughlan up for today, the experienced Coughlan. You had him at first hand with the county team. What an athlete, and often doesn't get, I think, the credit that he deserves.
Very quiet, unassuming man until he takes the field, Kieran.
It's like yourself, Mark. Philip Mahony takes it quickly down into the left hand corner. That's the city end, the Thomond Park end here of the Gaelic grounds in Limerick. Will O'Donoghue gives it to his midfield partner Dempsey, the goal scorer, sends it down into the left hand corner. Mackie stands side, pulling and dragging as the ball breaks. Foley comes across to take it, but he misses it, leaves it to Will Henn. He's doing very well, the young man, playing his first Munster Championship game. Did he overcarry it? Did he shoot? It's gone over the bar, but for me, I think there was about 2 or twists there.
Maybe, Kieran, maybe.
Okay.
I wonder, was he being fouled as well? That was the key. Was the ref giving him a small bit of advantage? But what a score!
It was unbelievable. He's on fire, and he's one of the youngsters that they were worried about how would he handle making his debut, but he's doing very well. They have 4 men making their debut in Munster Championship, where Ballygunner just have the one, Patrick Fitzgerald, and he's doing well as well. 1-10-1-7, 3 points between the side. Ball into Desi. Back to Peter Hogan. Peter steadies himself. Desi the provider and Peter the finisher. Peter the great sends it over the bar. Well done, Desi. Super finish, Hogan.
Great, yeah. Just giving it to the right person in the right place, you know. And what are we? 1-10-1-8 now. 2 points in it, Na Piarsaigh, and we are 24 minutes into the first half. We have an injury here now, and the ref is. It could be a blood. No, there's someone in trouble here. That's Boylan who's come in, I think.
I think it's Mike Foley. Is it Mike? Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Sorry, 5. Yeah.
Or Emmett. Yeah. It's
Mike Foley.
Yeah, I think it's Mike. Yeah. Picked up a head injury, but he's made of hard stuff, Foley, of course, and he was part of the team that won the All Ireland in 2016. Seems a long time ago. Ballygunner just won it last spring, but they don't want to give it up all that easy. Barry Coughlan at the other end recovers very well. Failed to pick that ball up there. Tries to get a second attempt there, under a bit of pressure there, over in that far corner. In the end, I think he was glad to see it gone out over the line. Bit casual trying to pick it up there.
He did well to recover though, because the Piarsaigh had got in and he'd lost his hurley, and he was able to do enough to force a line ball for Ballygunner.
Yeah, Adrian Breen was in on him so quickly. You don't get a chance to breathe here. Maybe November, as I mentioned earlier, but it's 1-10-1-8. Na Piarsaigh against Ballygunner. Club hurling play at its very, very best. Here comes Na Piarsaigh at full stretch. Ball into Dempsey. What's he going to do with it? Tries to flick the goal. Chance for goal. Back in the net by Boylan. Conor Boylan. His dad Dave won a Munster with Middleton back in the 80s. This guy is on course to win one this year if they keep going like that. 2-10-1-8. Boylan with a cracker.
Yeah. And it's actually Jerome Boylan was on a run. Like he's 4 on his back, but he caused that with a run through the middle again. And the runners are really hurting Ballygunner.
Yeah, Conor Boylan really gave Stephen O'Keefe there a bullet of a shot. 2-10-1-8. An uphill climb to half time now. Gunners must get back into this game on.
Yeah, they could do with a response here now if we could get something, but the Piarsaigh are on the attack again.
Over on that far side. Lovely bit of play by the young man from the sideline.
Henn
again. My God, that's super play. This young man has really stood up today. There was worry and concern, Jerome mentioned before the game, there was concern about his debutant year, but my God, he's put his name big time on this semi-final. 2-11-2-1-8. Ballygunner, Pauric Mahony playing very well today, but surrounded by light blue jerseys. Kieran Birmingham, the manager, urging on his side. Roar from the Na Piarsaigh support. They're outnumbering Ballygunner here, but Ballygunner are vocal when they're getting the chance to show off. The ball goes inside for Kevin Mahony. He's one thing on his mind. He's inside the 20. Dizzy without an angle. What can he do? He can make an angle. He steadies himself. Oh, was he fouled? The referee blew up there. Not quite sure what that was for. Is it advantage Ballygunner? But Mahony just turned his marker. He was gone.
It was a great first touch. He controlled it and turned at the same time.
Brilliant by the young.
And he left Casey, in fairness, Mike Casey, who's marking him.
Left him for dead.
He did, and it just was trying to get the ball out to Dizzy. It just didn't go to hand. He had to take a touch, and it allowed Piarsaigh to get back. But
it's a yellow card, I think. Is this a yellow card? Yeah. So
looked like
I don't know about advantage there, but in fairness, Dizzy was in a very tight scenario there to do anything with that. He was running out of angle.
They're getting Sean Long ready here, so
well, I know
Mike Foley might be in trouble because
Mike Foley, but Sean Long was very disappointed, I believe, from people involved that he was dropped, the only man dropped after the county final win, but getting his call earlier than he thought. He's wearing number 30, but he's a decent performer and has been ever present throughout this year, making his debut when it comes to Munster. But for the club, he was outstanding all year, and people involved were surprised. But as Pauric sends that free over the bar, keeping the scoreboard ticking, and that's so important.
Foley's in trouble. He's coming off here for Sean Long.
So Sean Long on for Mike Foley. He makes the long walk, and Mike, a very popular man within the club in Caherdavin, he'll be disappointed going off, but on comes Sean Long. We've played 28 minutes. 2-11, that's 17 points. 1-8, that's 11. 2-11. It's a long way back, but Ballygunner have come back from big deficits before. Peter Hogan from the puck out, trying to work the ball through there. Long trying to get his first touch. Did he foul Desi Hutchinson there? The play on, says the referee. Ronan Lynch has a stand side. The Mackey stand side here in the Gaelic grounds in Limerick, getting very cold there as Sean Long bursts out with it to the roar of the Caherdavin men. Will Donoghue out as far as Kevin Downs. Downs slips in the first attempt. The 31-year-old under a bit of pressure. Ballygunner winner. Well played, Pauric Mahony. Back to Desi. Desi blocked down there. Nothing going easy here. The tension, you can feel it up here. The physicality in Ballygunner win. It may be only a free, but psychologically that was a big turnover for the Gunners. Stephen O'Keefe has gone way up on the far side, but nobody has seen him. Saki's made a massive run there. But,
I'd say he's cold. I'd say he's cold.
But again, it just shows you they're looking at all the options there. But that was an important turnover, only turnover, but psychologically they stood up to the physicality of the Limerick men.
And I have to say, the man on the free, Pauric Mahony, was the guy who came back here because Downs was getting on his bike, and Pauric came back and dispossessed him and won the free. And I think it was a free because Peter Casey just ran into the ruck and ploughed one of the Ballygunner lads into the back, and in fairness to Colm Lyons, he spotted it.
So Pauric, the wind is probably favouring him in this first half, hitting into the city end. Has he pulled it a bit left? I think he has. Yeah, he pulled it a bit left, just a long distance one, not going his way. It's a 6 wide for the Gunners. There's 1 minute of additional time. 2-11 Na Piarsaigh, 1-9 Ballygunner here in the Gaelic grounds in Limerick. Turning bitterly cold here, but thankfully the rain is staying away. Down on our right, the puck out, Evan Condon taking over from the great man Pauric Kennedy, who was ever present for the last number of years. He won his intermediate, Evan, in 2020, and he's won his senior one this year. Was that a foul? That's a hard one there. Again down under us here, but Colm Lyons on the spot. You've seen him at first hand in Cork, but he's on the spot and trying to leave things go, but he wasn't leaving that thing go there.
No, I don't know. I thought it looked harsh. I think he put the hand up to the face, thinking that it was Shane O'Sullivan and Downs who were contesting, and two lads who won't be backing away from anything. But he thought that Shane maybe got a hand on Downs' helmet or something, but anyway, it's a chance for Downs to kind of push it back out to 6. And if Pauric was able to nail the last one, these frees are becoming important now, Kieran.
Yes, 2-11 to 1-9. So Downs, 7 points from frees in that county final, ever present. Won the All-Ireland 2016, 6'2", wing forward, but a big man to boot. Former Limerick panellist, but that's on left and wide.
Yep.
Commentators, of course, left and 2-11 to 1-9, but the referee blows his whistle for half time. Entertaining first half, but that second goal really has put distance between the sides.
The goals have been, in fairness to Na Piarsaigh, they're runners coming from deep, Kieran, and I have to say they're dangerous inside. Willie Henn William Henn has, is given Ian Kinney enough of it today, and Ian has had good moments in the match, but Henn looks very dangerous, and he was part of one of the second goals. He was involved, but I have to say the awareness and the vision from some of the from some of the players on both sides. But the goals have been the big scores here, Kieran, for Na Piarsaigh. 2-11, and 2-11 is good scoring in 30 minutes in November.
So 2-11 to 1-9 is the half-time score. Don't go away. We'll have first half analysis and all the action of the second half of the Munster semi-final after the break. From all here in Limerick. So second half underway. Can Ballygunner come back? First touch, it's inside to Adrian Breen. He's been quiet in the first half, but he lobs it into Stephen O'Keefe. Stephen O'Keefe over to Shane O'Sullivan standing on the far sideline, the empty terrace, out to Peter Hogan. Peter works the ball back. Paddy Leavey holds that ball. What option has he? Over the shoulder he goes. It goes long. Patrick Fitzgerald does well to win that. Emmett McEvoy comes out. Did he foul him on the 45? It looks like here he was fouled, but play on, says the referee there. Jerome Boylan tries to pick it up there. Out come the men in green. Foley, of course, wins or gives it to Emmett McEvoy. Out to Will Donoghue. Will Donoghue gives it to Dempsey. Always likes to run at defenders inside the 45. That's the Ballygunner 45. I'm sure the lights will be coming on very shortly. Back to Dahi Dempsey. A poor shot by him into Stephen O'Keefe, the Bank of Ireland official, the all-star goalkeeper, the legend that he is already. Stocky played it near the sideline there. Peter Casey picks up a breaking ball there. Very easy for Casey, cut off by Philip Mahony. Quite in the first half, didn't see a lot of ball. Gets the ball across to Ronan Power, one of the younger members on the side. Ronan, Paddy Leavey, back to Shane O'Sullivan, back to Paddy Leavey inside their own 65. Bit of overplay there. In comes Shane again, wins that ball, gets the ball back to Ronan. Ronan Power blocked down inside the own 45. Nothing going easy. Ballygunner trying to work it out. Conor Sheahan all the way, coming forward. Ian Kenny, the joint captain, the star cornerback, gets it inside the half line there. Ball left through there. Man taken out. The man taken out was Kevin Mahony, and the man who fouled him, Cathal King, right in front of the referee. Free in for the Gunners.
They worked hard for that, Kieran. they worked hard to get the ball up inside the 45. In fairness, Na Piarsaigh, the work rate, but in fairness, Ballygunner kept making
the process,
good decisions, and hopefully Pauric, this is a bit of an easier free than some of the ones he had.
A lot
in the
of the frees in the first half. They have 6 wides to their on the score, but on the board as such, but a lot of difficult frees in the first half. This one is outside the 45, 10 metres left to the upright, hitting into the Ennis Road end, hitting into the Na Piarsaigh again, because their clubhouse is just a few hundred metres down the road. But has he scored it? No, it's gone over the bar there. Yeah. He took a long look at that one, but it's gone over the bar. They wanted that start. Now they've got it on.
4 points now. 4 points. Another one now would be great.
Condon,
if they could nail another one.
With the puck out, the intermediate keeper, now the senior keeper. Sheahan goes high, breaks it down to Mikey Mahony, the Muntor. Mikey gets on to Pauric. Pauric turns in the sixpence, lovely diagonal ball across. Well read inside by the defence there, and no better man than Sean Long. Disappointed not starting. Was that a high tackle? Yes, says the referee there. Bit of rush of blood there inside the 45 there, and Sean Long read that ball very well, but unfortunately from Ballygunner point of view had to be a free out.
Yeah, in fairness to Long, he's done well since he came in, and he cut off a very dangerous ball there. Pauric Manny thought it was a kind of a late hit here underneath, and Na Piarsaigh, a bit like Limerick, they're holding that defensive line here, especially on the half back line. It's nearly 4 against 2 inside at times, so they're able to do that. Which makes it harder again for Ballygunner to get that quality ball in.
So the freeze inside their own 45. We saw in the first half, but really delaying time there, and the Ronan Lynch there really looking at the clock as well as the score, but he kept the concentration, sent it over the bar. He waited a long while, and why wouldn't he when you have a strike like that? Over the bar it goes, and definitely great score by Ronan Lynch there. The Limerick panellist shows why he's on that Limerick panel. Serious strike. 212 to 110, 5 points deficit again. Ball won by Mikey Mahony, grabbed it to Peter Hogan in space. Pauric is off his shoulder. Pauric has gone inside the 20, controls it on the stick, has a look, takes a shot, and sends it over the bar there. Mikey Mahony, Peter Hogan onto Pauric, over the bar. That's more like a Ballygunner.
Yeah, good response and a great take, I have to say, from Mikey Mahony in the air after Saki got a sharp puck out, took it back and down on Mikey, who caught it and set up Peter, who set up Pauric.
Back to a 4-point game, pucking out down our left. The lights haven't come on yet, they'll be on very shortly, I'm sure. The ball goes down the left hand side, Sheahan goes high. That's Sheahan O'Sullivan, very consistent in the first half, and she never seen him play a bad game, but he's really standing up today on.
He has, in fairness to Sheahan O'Sullivan, the service he's put in and still to be competing at this level and influencing many games.
Paddy Leavey takes a quick to Patrick Fitzgerald, the teenager. The man only sat his leave insert there under a bit of pressure, but what's he doing with that ball? But two men converged, three men now with light blue. It's the Sky Blues of Na Piarsaigh, but Paddy Leavey wins it there. Did well to win that ball from a crowded area. Ball gone inside. Caught inside there brilliantly by the defence there, but they lose the ball. Jerome Boylan did well to catch it. Ballygunner have a free, and the referee had the free blown before that. He was given the advantage. Good play by referee Colm Lyons there. But my God, Jerome Boylan went high for that one.
He did. It was a great take. But in fairness to Ballygunner, when he came down with it, he found 2 and 3 men around him, and they dispossessed him. And Peter Hogan won the break. And the Piarsaigh just crowded him, and Colm Lyons said it was
catch
free.
By Boylan, of course, as we mentioned earlier. Dad Dave, well-known doctor, part of the Middleton team that won the centenary Munster and All-Ireland titles back in 84-85. But this man is very much a Limerick man and a proud man to boot. The free is out, and would you believe his granddad was a sergeant in Tallow. I met him on the road there one night late at night, but he waved me through.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, Kieran.
It's outside the D. Pauric hitting into the...
I'm sure you've nothing to hide.
Dennis Road in. Sends it over the bar there. Keeping that scoreboard ticking over is so important. You said it there, start of the second half. It's so important. They've done that. 2-12, 1-12-1.
Yeah, back to 3 points, Kieran. Just to start, Ballygunner wanted from 5 at the break, back to 3 now, 6 minutes into the second half.
Jerome Boylan comes out near the sideline, but instead the goalie goes straight down the middle. That's the Na Piarsaigh goalie, Evan Condon, dropping aside the 45 here. Back to a 3-point game here in this Munster semi-final. Paddy Leavey trying to just weaver his way outside. The UCC student, now of course a Moon Tour. It's intercepted, and away come Na Piarsaigh. Did he overplay it? Mike Foley just tried to use his strength there. Ball picked up well inside by Patrick Fitzgerald there. The teenager hits the deck. Play on, says the referee. Nothing going easy here. Ball won by Kevin Downs. Kevin gets the ball inside to the All-Star. He's been quiet. He's Peter Casey, back after a cruciate, but looking as sharp as ever. Peter Hogan won that brilliantly. Onto Patrick Fitzgerald, snips that ball up. Good play by the teenager. Coming forward, was he foul? Play on, says the referee. And Conor Boylan used his size, literally put the hand over the shoulder of the teenager and snuck it there like a thief in the middle of the night. On the attack, well intercepted there. Na Piarsaigh on the attack, and Paddy Leavey did well. Out to Sheahan O'Sullivan, way over to the far side of the field, standing on the far sideline. That's Mikey Mahony getting the ball onto Conor Sheahan there, trying to get the 1-2 there. The national school teacher based now on Ballygunner. Will he be going back to a cheering crowd tomorrow morning in the classroom? Ball near the far side, picked up Dempsey over on that far side, scoops the ball into big midfielder Will O'Donoghue. He's been quite to his normal standards, the all-star midfielder and Limerick star. In it goes to the full forward line. They're trying to flick the ball through there. Picking the ball up as Kevin Downs, literally picking it up, but play on, says the referee. That's good pressure by the Gunners. Peter Hogan sends the ball along. Dizzy's trying to lurk inside the D there. Ball break down. One inside brilliantly by the defence, and away come the men in sky blue. Mike Foley clears the lines there. They did very well, because Ronan Lynch caught that brilliant ball under a bit of pressure. The pressure now is on the Ballygunner defence. It's 2-12 to 1-12. Na Piarsaigh leading by that one goal. About 55 metres out from the Gunners. That's well done by Mikey Mahony. Super play by the De La Salle Moon Tour. Away it goes to the Teva man. That's Peter Hogan. Gets it to Pauric Mahony. Pauric turns without looking straight into the paw of Sean Long. He says thank you very much. Inside is Jerome Boylan. Out towards the middle of the field. Peter Casey, the All-Star. Quite enough in the first half. High tackle, lazy tackle there on the All-Star, and the 25-year-old said thank you very much.
What a score.
In the end it's sent over the bar there. Waiting for the free to be taken.
He's not. You can't keep quality down for long here in class. What a score from Peter Casey. Advantage, and he just swept it over.
Yeah, one of 4 All-Stars,
80,
of course.
Yards.
from Na Piarsaigh along with Will Donoghue, Sheahan Dowling as the ball breaks it into Peter Fitzgerald. He's inside the 20. What's Patrick do?
Yes.
Back at the net by Patrick Fitzgerald there. Treaded along the ground there, and Evan Condon shakes his head. How did a teenager do that? He's done that. 2-12, 2-13. Patrick Fitzgerald, you're a good one.
Oh, game on, Kieran. What a score from Patrick Fitzgerald. Took it on himself, had a pass inside, but gave a dummy hand pass. Created enough from him into the right corner. What a score. What a big score for Ballygunner now.
And the teenager, 2-12 to 2-13. His mum Clara, I'm sure, is down there. His dad, Anthony DeFly, did it when he was playing. Now his son is doing it. Ball now in it goes to Desi, standing in the sideline, gives it to Pauric in space, steadies himself, has a look, takes a shot, over the bar it goes.
Level game.
If it was all easy in the first half for Na Piarsaigh, that's Ballygunner at their brilliant best. Desi the creator, Pauric the finisher. We're level for a second time here on the banks of the Shannon.
It came from a brilliant catch from the puck out from Philip Mahony first, who fed Desi into Pauric, and what a great score.
Now we've a game in our hand. Peter Casey bringing it down the far sideline. Is it gone over the line? Yes, says the referee. Great pressure by Ballygunner, and my God, the strength and conditioning that they have is really coming to bear now.
Oh yeah, great to see. And Desi, for a fella who's been starved, Kieran, he's only had maybe 4 or 5 possessions. He still made the right decision here into Pauric Mahony, because his angles were too tight, and that's why this team wins so many matches, because they make quality decisions on the ball.
Shea Fitzpatrick must be a proud man. He's 2 daughters involved, but Shea has been strength and conditioning as long as since they made the breakthrough back in 92. Line ball very near the sideline. Just the intention was good there as Desi ran out for 30 metres out, but unfortunately the line ball beat him out over the line inside the 45. It's 2-13 apiece on. It's 41 minutes. It's Munster Club Hurling who wants this one to end.
Questions were being asked at half time, Kieran. 5 points down against a quality team, and we're back to level after 10 minutes, heading into the 11-12 minute. What a game we have on here now.
Line ball, not a great line ball by Lynch, picked away by back to Desi. Peter sourced them, but it's going to go left and wide. Hit that ball under pressure, wide number 7 for the Gunners. Still level 2-13, but Peter Hogan saw Desi out the corner of his eye. Desi shot under pressure, and Na Piarsaigh take that puck out. Jerome Boylan, he's been everywhere here today, coming back from injury, but he's like a man who's been training hard in the gym, because he's really on top of his game. Ball into Casey on the sideline. He's well used to putting over from there. It's gone right and wide there. He'll be disappointed. Let off for the Gunners. Still level though, 2-13 apiece.
In fairness to Breen, has been quiet as well for a guy who's come in here in serious form. But listen, scores and possessions not easily won here today.
Barry Coughlan, Dara O'Sullivan, all about the process. David Franks, what a coach he's proved out to be. Rory O'Sullivan, Patrick Hearn, they're on the line. Dara, hands on hips, cool as a cuper on the outside. I'm sure the heart is thumping on the ball goes in to Desi. Desi loses his marker, lost his hurley as well, gets away to Peter Hogan.
Free
was so free in the end, but Desi there. The Desi there, we saw at his very best, lost his marker.
Brilliant.
A nightmare for any cornerback. How would you have done them on?
I'd have held on to him, Kieran, as long as I could.
Tested the jersey.
Just don't get caught, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Brilliantly worked puck out though. Short puck out, got it out to Shane O'Sullivan, and again it's a high risk game that they play at times, but in fairness they back each other, and it was Pauric Mahony actually who sent that puck from back inside his own half.
He's been outstanding today. One of the senior members of the team. If every man has stood up as Pauric today, he's done many times for club and county. This time was 10 metres in.
He really
First time I saw him in a big game. He was the youngest on the Harty Cup winning team, and indeed in the All-Ireland final he showed promise then. Now he's a free 10 metres in, 30 metres out, hitting into the Ennis Road end.
I have to say Peter Hogan, Mikey Mahony, really coming into the game. This Ballygunner forward
10 metres in and sends it over the bar. That was a difficult free. When you need a big man to stand up, you need a big man with a big heart and a big head. He has it all. They go ahead 2-14 to 2-13. 43 minutes gone here. Long puck out, dropping inside the 45 away by Downs for the Piarsaigh. Of course they won the intermediate title as well. That was in football. Ball back to Conor Boylan in space. He'll go for the juggler. He always goes for the juggler. Instead he takes the easy option, not the easy option, but he took the most sensible option, sends it over the bar there. Boylan breathing down in goal, under pressure from the defence, sends it over the bar. We're level for a third time on.
Yeah, a brilliant pass from Peter Casey to put him in. And in fairness to Shane O'Sullivan, he did enough, because it could have been a green flag just as easy as it was a white. But Ballygunner will take a let off with a point.
1-2 puck out again. Stephen O'Keefe, the Bank of Ireland man, going long. The All-Star plucked out the air by Mikey. That's good play by Mikey Mahony. Ball breaks outside for Pauric. Under pressure. Has it gone? Right and wide there. Right and wide. They had their chance. Right and wide. White number 8. Score remains 2:14 apiece on 44 minutes.
So sharp from Patrick Fitzgerald there. A ball bobbling. He just got a flick to it and set up a chance for Pauric, who unfortunately just missed that one to the right.
Evan Condon with the puck out, going long down the inside the 45. Philip picks it up. Good play by the Munster. Gets the ball to Pauric, the younger brother. Blocked down out over the line. Line ball over on that far side. If De La Salle College was the birth of many a great hurler on this Ballygunner side, Artskull Reach down the road has also been part and parcel. They're very similar in lots of ways. Both city clubs on the edge of a city, both proud clubs where hurling is number one. And Cathal King, of course, the cornerback, is now a teacher in Artskull Reach down the road. Ball to Patrick. There's a lovely bit of catch and turn by Patrick there. Just inside the 65 there. What can they do with it? They're trying to move on to the ball. They have the ball. Ball out to Conor Sheahan in space. How did he see him in space? A dirty foul there, right in front of the referee. Conor says, leave it to me, I'll take it. And I'll put it over the bar. Over the bar it goes. Garda Dave his dad Garda might be retired. I don't want this man retiring soon. That's a super score.
Incredible score. I'm not sure who had the vision to see him over here, Kieran. I think it might have been Philip Mann. He was up that far, I'm not sure, but what a great pass. 45
minutes. Will we see substitutions? They lead by 1, 2:15, 2:14. Ronan Power, good play by the under 20 star, the Mary I student. Hand passes to Peter Hogan. He's been brilliant all through. Heavy pull on Peter, but Peter is made of tough stuff. The yellow helmeted man, Peter Casey, come in on top of him inside the 65. That's the Ballygunner 65. Picked up by Peter. How did he pick that one up? But he got it up. Out it goes. Paddy Leavey inside his own 45. Good play by Paddy. Good golfer as well. But thank God he's beaten hurling his number one sport. His wishes to go to the Ryder Cup. Hopefully he might be busy with Ballygunner when they come around.
Does he play one-handed, Kieran? Because he hits most of his I'll tell you, Peter Hogan here is having an incredible second half. In fairness, for a guy who doesn't have the physicality maybe that some of the lads have around here, he's winning dirty ball after dirty ball, and he's making a huge difference to the Ballygunner attack.
Yeah, and he's really come into his own this year. He always was a very good player, but he brings more than just pick and run as he was in his earlier days. Stephen O'Keefe outside the 45. Has he got the distance? Has he got the direction? Was there a square ball there? Yes, in the end, he almost had the direction, and he almost had the distance as well. He had the direction and let off for Na Piarsaigh there. 47 minutes on, 2:15 Ballygunner, 2:14 Na Piarsaigh. The George Corbett scored a big match. We're live from the Gaelic grounds. Owen Murphy and Kieran O'Connor here, bringing you all the action. Ball snapped there by Will Dunno, the All-Star. Gets it away to Jerome Boylan. We're surrounded by All-Stars with this Na Piarsaigh team. They're going long in around the danger zone. Ball breaks inside. Was there a foul? Play on, says the referee. Tyke Foley did well. His dad Paul was the hero when they won their first Munster title in 01. He's looking down, I'm sure, proud the way his young son Tyke has made it in the big time. Ball cleared out to the middle of the field. Conor Sheahan, what an hour or 45 minutes he has spent picking it up. Outside him is Mikey Mahony, but he's on the sideline. It'll be some score if it goes over, but it goes right and wide. Was it a bit option? May not have been, but if it went over, he'd be applauded. Ninth wide for the Gunners.
Yeah, it possibly was. I know the inside line had kind of come out to the 45, and maybe that pass inside wasn't on. He just didn't get the strike that he needed on it, but he did great follow up here.
He'd hold up and play on the far side. At this stage, of course, we want to wish best of luck to Tournina man and West Waterford golfer Seamus Power. He's in the RSM Classic and doing well out there, doing as proud as did Gary Hurley during the week. And indeed, I also started to read Martin Oak's book, and well done to Dermot Keys and all involved there, bringing out a great publication of the one and only Martin Oak. But it's all about Ballygunner and Na Piarsaigh. 2:15, 2:14, 48 minutes gone on.
Yeah, into the last quarter now. And Na Piarsaigh, who just haven't, they haven't hit the heights that they hit in the first half, which is great. Here's a block down Ballygunner here after a shot poke out.
That's great pressure. Kevin Mahony was in on him. He was looking where he'd hit it, but Kevin Mahony came blindsided and blocked down the defender. They're bursting out with it. Emmett McEvoy, the centre back, again making his debut, won by the Gunners. trying to work the ball across from the far sideline. Conor Sheahan again on the 65, steadies himself. Has he steadied himself enough? The Munster puts it over the bar. Magic from the small man in the middle of the field, the small man who backed himself and backed a brilliant point there over the black spot. Conor Sheahan's 4th point.
Oh, Kieran, what a Conor Sheahan. In fairness to him, I'll have to say about the assist from Pauric Mahony this time. Again, their awareness and their vision, and they're just what they're doing this half, Kieran, is they're executing on any chances that are coming their way. I know they've missed 1 or 2, but Conor Sheahan, I think he's 3 points scored. 4 points scored. Incredible play from Conor Sheahan.
All from play. 2-16, 2-4, 2-point lead, danger lead, and he comes.
And Kieran, can we say he's been picked up by the one and only William O'Donoghue here, and we all know what that man brings.
But Siobhan, Sinead Fitzpatrick there, doctor and physio. What a backroom team they have. And thankfully all is okay. It was Peter Hogan there, looked to be holding his tie there, and this cold weather is getting bitterly cold, and this is where hamstring and the strength and conditioning that they've been put through by Franks and all involved. Ball in the middle of the field from that puck out. It's 2-16, 2-14. The George Corbett scored a big match. 10 minutes to go plus stoppages. Ballygunner, the champions, lead by 2. Stalemate inside the 45. It's the case who can get into their hand. Colin Lyons is looking in there. He might as well be in the Aviva last night. It's a loose ruck, but the ball breaks out. Trying to come onto it is Jerome Boylan. He's been impressive today. Was there a smash of a high tackle? Yes, says the referee. Shane O'Sullivan pleads he's innocent. Referee said no, Shane, unfortunately it is a foul. It's outside the 45. Downs will bring it back to 1, I'm sure.
I thought it was harsh, Kieran. I thought it was harsh. We're actually getting a quick look at it here, and
it looked worse, I think, than it,
because in fairness he's letting the lock go. The ball spun out and the Piarsaigh corner back, but he ran over it.
Do Ballygunner need fresh legs?
Oh, there was nothing in that, Kieran. That definitely wasn't a free.
Oh, Downs. Right and wide.
That's justice.
4th wide. Like to see that one again. Yeah, I'd like to see it again. Yes, so 4th wide, 2-16, 2-14. Looking down there, no substitutes getting ready to come on. So Darragh Sullivan and his backroom team, David Franks, must be happy the way things are turning out. But now they're under a bit of pressure. Short puck out, just Conor Rye there. One over on the far side. Ballygunner just fighting for every ball as if their lives depended on it. And they do. When you're a Ballygunner man, you'll die for the black and red. They've lost some of the greats over the last number of years.
Peter Casey.
But this crowd are going to fight the whole way as Peter Casey sends it right and wide there. He had his chance there. The ball broke to Casey. The All-Star normally doesn't miss from there. 2-16, but it's pressure from Ballygunner.
It is. That's 2 points that the Piarsaigh were putting over in the first half. It was a free that Downs should be putting over. Peter Casey would back him there all day long, and he just steered to the right. So the Piarsaigh are struggling for scores at the moment.
Out Dean Kenny, part of the team of the year, the AIB team of the year last year, but it's about 2022 Munster Championship now. Down under us, Ballygunner leading by 2. Desi Hutchinson picks that ball up. Good play by the Munster. Back to another Munster. Conor Sheahan. Conor working the ball back. Twas Ronan Power, the young man from Mary I. What a score! Super score by the youngest defender on the team today. Ronan Power backed himself, sent it over the bar. Super score. They go 3 points up.
Oh yeah, unbelievable. And another big loss here, because I think Mike Casey is down holding his head. He's definitely after suffering.
Yeah, looks very uncomfortable. I think he twisted the knee. He was back from a crusade as well, and you hate to see that happen to any player.
Yeah, very unfortunate, but he looks in big trouble here, Kieran.
Gunners is the chant going up. Warming up down under us is Tommy Grimes.
Kieran, this is incredible. From 5 down at half time, Ballygunner. Yeah, Mike Casey is gone. There's a sub coming in from unfortunately.
Tommy Grimes, and again he's one of the men making his debut in the championship this year, making his debut in the Munster scene, in this Munster championship. So that's 6 players now who've made their debut. But it's sad to see a man like Mike Casey, the 6'1", the Limerick star, 4 All-Ireland medals, and John Kiley, who's down under us watching every move, won't be happy to see this man coming off. And sad to see a player of that calibre, of course, older brother of Peter Casey, being carried off the field there by Dr. Dave Boylan, of course, whose 2 sons playing out on the field. 2-17, 2-14. Ballygunner lead by 3. But they're against Na Piarsaigh, 4-time All Munster winners, 1-time All Ireland winners, 7-time county winners, all since 2011. The Sky Blues, the Caherdavin club, playing in their back garden, leading trailing by 3, 54 minutes. The ball is down in the far right hand corner here. That's the City end. Ballygunner defending ferociously. Ball knocked down. Mikey Mahony tracking back there. Did he foul? Play on, says referee Colin Lyons there. Ballygunner seemed to get away with that one inside the 45 lines, leaving a lot go there. It's inside the Ballygunner 45. Who has the ball in their hand? Mikey Mahony. Where did he come out of? But thank God he was there. Gets it on to Peter Hogan. Peter Hogan sending the ball into Desi. Desi in space. What will Desi do? Will he turn his marker? His markers. Boylan is trying to hold him at bay. Half block down there. Tried to put it onto the stick there. Half block down into Evan Condon. We're into the last 5 minutes of the game. Emmett McEvoy, first county final, making his debut, showed too much of it. Will Donoghue, the all-star, wins that. Gives the ball back to Sean Long. Sean Long gives it back to Ronan Lynch. Ronan gives it back to Sean Long. The lights are on here, but it's been served up at brilliant pace. William O'Donoghue, 2:17 to 2:14. Na Piarsaigh go inside to the full forward line. Barry Coughlan inside there. Ball breaks. Who has the ball? It's corner forward William Henn. He got 3 in the first half. Under pressure again. He sends it right and wide, but who got in the block? Ronan Power.
Unbelievable. Na Piarsaigh have definitely lost their shape here, and they don't seem to have the threat inside that they had in the first half. But that's down to Ballygunner and the
there's a man coming on, we heard it before. Harry Ruddle comes on. He'll get some reception. 55 minutes. Harry about to make an appearance. Number 17 again on his back. I thought that jersey was framed in Jack Meads, but this could be a replacement.
What a
ball
catch
inside
Pauric, man.
that's super by Pauric. Over on the far side, standing on the sideline, gets the ball to Desi. Desi being head choked, it looked like from here, but the referee waves play on. Emmett McEvoy coming back. Good play again by Pauric. He's giving it everything here. The experienced Pauric, but not an experience, a man who just dies for the jersey. They're down in that far corner. Sean Long wins it for Na Piarsaigh. Hook from behind. Good play by Kevin Mahony there. Came from nowhere, out over the line. They're playing as if their lives depend on it on.
It's incredible, Kieran. Pauric, man, he won a puck out, went off down the wing. The ball was lost and he went after it again, and the pressure and again Sean Long thought he was going to clear a big clearance, and
Patrick Fitzgerald is coming off their own, so yep. Patrick Fitzgerald, he's done everything that could have been asked.
He's had a huge influence on the game, Kieran, in fairness to the young man, and
took his goal well set up, Desi.
I mean, it's the 56 minutes, so it probably is time to introduce in this war of attrition, which really is
so Harry Ruddle just getting that chance, the hero, intermediate star for the team that beat Ballysaggart, as Kevin Downs has been called ashore. That's a surprise there as we enter the last 3 minutes here of the Munster semi-final. Paddy Leavey over on that far side, sending the ball in around the D. Going high there is Boylan. He's been outstanding. Jerome, the younger of the Boylan brothers, puts them on the attack, covering across. That's good play inside by Tyke Foley. Ronan Power, what a second half he has. Conor Sheahan probably in line for man of the match. Peter Hogan sends the ball inside. Harry Ruddle has it outside the D. Harry steadies himself, turns, twists, gets the ball back to Pauric Mahony. Pauric over the shoulder, takes the shot and sends it over the bar. That's super there. Harry Ruddle, the provider, and the man who finished, Pauric Mahony. Super play, well played Harry Ruddle. Didn't go for his own score, give it back to Pauric, shortened the grip over the bar, 4-point lead.
That decision making again, Kieran. What a brilliant ball from Peter Hogan into Harry Ruddle as well from out here.
There's a 4-point differential. There's 57, almost 58 minutes on the clock here. Free on the far side, over on the far sideline there. It's going to be a free to Na Piarsaigh. Tommy Grimes is on, he's coming way up the field here, the man making his Munster Championship debut, but he leaves the free instead for William Henn coming across to take it. What a performance. He has had 3 points, but it's 2 goals and 18 points to 2-14. Ballygunner leading by 4, and this George Corbett scored a big match. George, of course, a proud Ballygunner man. He's father-in-law, none other than Mick Gaffney, part of the 60s team, a man who managed the 92 team with black and red in his veins. Dropped in around it. That was dangerous, but Socky was up to it. Hasn't been busy, but that's the brilliance of Socky there. The ball dipped, Socky was up to it, ball breaks. Tommy Grimes puts the Na Piarsaigh back on the attack. Ball inside towards William Henn. Barry Coughlan there, slips to the ground. The 6'5" Coughlan. Henn flicks the ball across. Casey under pressure. Casey takes a shot, and Casey sends it over the bar there. Barry Coughlan slapped it. Could have been more dangerous, but they'd be relieved to just see it go over the bar.
Absolutely, Kieran. It was a great catch from again the free. Na Piarsaigh are just struggling to keep that scoreboard ticking over.
3 points between the sides. 59 minutes on the clock. 1-2 there with Stephen O'Keefe. He's opened the shoulders. He's going long, dropping inside the 45. Peter Hogan trying to, what a game he's had. He wins that ball, a ball he shouldn't have won. Tries to get the ball back to Pauric, out over the line. 59 minutes on the clock. Didn't see the board go up yet, but there wasn't too many stops. We had a bit of a stop there when Mike Casey had to go off, but hopefully it'll just be 2 or 3 minutes. Line ball on the far side. Sean Long taking it towards the middle of the field. David Breen, who has come on. David sends the ball into the attack again inside the 45. Adrian Breen there, being quiet so far. Did someone play it on the ground? Colin Lyons was there to watch it. Instead he gives the free out there. The Limerick crowd down under were pleading. They said that the Waterford defender and Philip Mahony showed his experience there.
Class, absolutely class. But in fairness, the Ballygunner defence have really tightened up in this second half, and there's not even Na Piarsaigh, the runners are not coming through, but the ball isn't sticking. I think the half back line in midfield, that middle third for Ballygunner, the half back line, midfield and half forward line have been incredible. Paddy Leavey and Conor Sheahan in the middle of the field.
Siobhan Fitzpatrick on there, and I hope things aren't too serious. Ball into long, breaks down to Pauric, takes the shot, sends it over the bar. Brilliant from Pauric there. Super play by the curtain control man. Dad, Mum Clara and Joe Mickey, the great Mickey, is somewhere in the stand as well. Coming on is Billy O'Keefe, younger brother of Socky, the man called ashore, Kevin Mahony. Again, he's done everything. Billy coming on, and Billy is a great substitute to have. Younger brother of Socky, 2 points the last day, and the Moon Tour gets his chance.
They're heading into injury time here.
3 minutes of additional time. The board goes up on 3 minutes of additional time. They go long. That's Evan Condon dropping near the 45. That's the Ballygunner 45. Ball breaks. Mikey Mahony back helping in defence. Number 11 on his back. Numbers don't matter here. When you play a Ballygunner, you just play all over the field and give it every inch you have. A free there. Dara O'Sullivan walks the ground there. He's gone outside his box, but don't think the officials are as sharp as they have been in some of the games earlier. David Franks, the man from Offaly, part and parcel of the backroom team, the coach of this team. The strength and conditioning is left to Sheahan Fitzpatrick. You also have Rory O'Sullivan and Patrick Hearn, and Tony O'Green was seen down as well around from the psychology point of view. They leave no stone unturned. They lead by 4. 2:19, 2:15. Peter Hogan picks it up. Super play by Hogan. Flicks the ball across. Harry Ruddle near the 45 or 65 at this stage. The ball is worked back. Na Piarsaigh gathering numbers. The Sky Blues here in Caherdavin, in their back garden, here in the Gaelic grounds. Shane O'Sullivan wins that. Great play by Shane. The 35-year-old still going as he was in the first 5 minutes inside the 45. Conor Sheahan wins that ball, dragged to the ground. Colin Lyons likes to leave it go, and Conor Sheahan was hoping to hear a whistle there. Mikey Mahony wins that ball. He wins the free. Mikey Mahony's been truly outstanding in these last 15 minutes. He's working back, and the Moontorn de la Salle will be going with a bounce on his step tomorrow morning.
Oh, unbelievable, Kieran. I think I counted 8 Na Piarsaigh there, around 5 Ballygunner, and Ballygunner still came out with it. And I think that's been the difference, is that Ballygunner have really upped the ante in the second half.
A bit of back chat from Na Piarsaigh. The ball is brought forward. Darrell looks on. His dad, Pat O'Sullivan, was asked to take over when the great Jim McGinn died. Sully took over. The rest is history. Pat McCarthy was part and part. Pat Flynn was part of it. The great Frankie King was part of it. Charlie Lapthorne. All these greats have gone, and of course we can't forget the great fullback Niall Warren and the great Paul Foley, as Pauric sends it over the bar.
Kieran, that's a 10-point turnaround since half time. It's incredible what this Ballygunner team have done in this second half. 5 down at half time,
sticking to the process.
And they've got 5 up here now.
Boylan side of 45. Time ticking down. 62.5 minutes. 2:20, 2:15. Cut off inside. That's great play inside by Philip Mahony. Read it well. Gets it to the younger brother. That's Mikey Mahony. Mikey giving it back to Stephen Socky O'Keefe. Trying to find the far sideline there. Trying to get Desi. Desi knocks it away for himself. Desi in space. who wants to see Desi with space. Oh, lovely ball into Peter Hogan. Peter
way.
snaps. It's going to go left and wide. As good as a score. Brilliant there by Desi. Into Peter. Left and wide. By my reckoning, it's wide number 10 on. But who's looking at the wides? 2:20, 2:15. The whistle goes. It's all over. Ballygunner are back in the Munster final. They've beaten the Pauric for a second time in Munster Club. 2018 was the final. Now it's the semi-final. 2:20, 2:15. Dara goes down, shakes hands with Kieran Birmingham. They looked home and hosed, particularly in the last quarter of the first half. But my God, Ballygunner believed in themselves, as they have done since Dara took over as manager. And there's no happier man than Dara. But well done, Ballygunner. You've done Waterford proud back in the Munster final against Ballyea.
Oh.